Alright, it's time for Shadowverse Silver Series number 1. We have Bug versus Professor Sen. Bug had a bit of an issue. We had a bit of a technical problem, so he will be playing only Blood, or should I say Abyss, through the entire tournament, should he make it through the entire thing. Professor Sen is bringing Dragon and Rune. In this series, it's only Silver, Bronze, and Basic cards. So we are gonna see how our players do in this brand new format. As far as I know, I'm not sure if anybody has ever tried a format like this in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but we are trying it today and seeing who reigns supreme. I like the start here from both teams. We have a lot of the classic bronze, silvers, and basics going on, as expected. Blood is already, Abyss is already pretty good at aggro, so I imagine it'll be just as good here in this format, maybe even better. But there are a lot of underplayed tools now that we're in set 3 that might get played pretty good here in this series. Cards that might have seen more play in set 1, but are more play here in this format again. A lot of favorites. Remy, pretty good in this format. As I practice a bit myself with some of these players in this, so I do know that some things feel really good when there's no golds or legends, and it really lets some of these cards shine that you might not be playing otherwise, and it's, you know, it becomes a nice thing to have them in your collection, as opposed to, you know, trying to, you know, unlock literally every legend. You know, it's pretty new player friendly and old player friendly. We're seeing a lot of the control that Rune wants to run. Pretty good into aggro Abyss. Indomitable Fighter always feels good. We'll see. It looks like we might... Oh, we're going Storm. We're going Face, it looks like. Oh, no. Looks like we're actually not going Face with that. We'll go Face with the other one. I'm intrigued. I thought maybe we would see a Reapers, but I guess, you know, it's probably a little more efficient not to use Reapers off Lilith. Oh, because you couldn't even play the Indomitable Fighter on 4. Makes sense. Now, Burgeon is really good in this format, as you would imagine. Having a 1/1 follower with Rush every turn is pretty good. I don't think anybody is terribly surprised about that. This Reaper's Death Slash is pretty good here. Using all our evil points very, very aggressively, which makes sense. You do want to beat Rune before they get the critical mass. That William that Professor Sen just drew, not particularly good yet. At least to rank it up. This Remy Super, this is going to be huge. I'm not sure exactly how you'll get around this. A giant 5/5 ward, very good at the aggro.
Just wasn't enough.
This is where you wish you had Reapers, but it is 2 out of 3. Sometimes you have to learn the format by, you know, you have to learn trial by fire sometimes. Sometimes you might have to take an L game 1. But, you know, it's not over yet. Undead Soldier does make sticky bodies. Bat for health. Okay, I expected the value of that. Then we have to clear the bat. 2 Rune Blades. Rune Blades pretty good. So it does give some options. Zombies on board. That could be pretty good. Darksteel Demon. Darksteel Demon, pretty good with the super here. Draw 2, not bad. 2-face.
Demons aren't to be trusted.
That should be pretty good. This should be 5 face total this turn.
You're in my way.
A peak of skin just for you.
Now this is a hard board to clear without the William. Sen has burned the William. 2 Runeblade Conductors, but can only play one of them. In theory, can play Runeblade Glacial Crash here. Take out 2 guys. Use an Evo point, take out 3 guys. But then Sen just has to really hope that Appa doesn't have a storm, which currently doesn't. Did you see Ephemeral Demon Princess here? This card you don't see much in the ladder, but it could be pretty good in this matchup. Especially staring down an 11-11 and a 4-4. Yeah, he's definitely going for it. 8 damage on board. Oh, she has Storm! I may have missed that fact. Pretty good play. Pretty good play from the aggro deck. I thought it was going to run out of gas. It did not run out of gas. Very impressive showing from this deck that Appa has built. That was pretty good. I had forgotten that card existed and proved why you might want to run it in this format. So let's see here. Score changed here. 1-0. It is best of 3. So we will have to see how it goes next. Looks like we might be seeing some dragon come out from Sen here. I'm the one that hasn't ready. My bad, my bad. I need to ready much sooner. There is a delay on the stream, so the players don't necessarily... Oh, they already started, which is fine. Looks like we're a couple turns in. See some pretty good set 3 cards here with Supplicant and Ocean. That should really help them sustain and fight off the aggro menace.
Will devour you.
Don't be scared.
These bats pretty good for sustain, but a lot of 2-2 rushes in the Dragoncraft deck. This will probably end up being more difficult for the aggro deck to handle, especially Supplicant giving healing and ward.
My pumpkins will devour you.
Rush ward even.
I still smash away my pumpkin.
I see.
Hide your fruit trees.
Appa's hand already
Know
looking
your
very
place,
low.
creep. Dive! Dive!
They've gone fetid.
Unfortunately, this hand might
Serve me!
not be the best for him.
You mocking me?
He needs to draw a Dark Seal, I believe, to get back into this match. We're seeing Reapers here. It's a good target for Reapers.
Okay, that's too strong. Did this to me.
Will we see an Evolve point come out? We will. This is an Evo point. Come out for 4 damage. But there is another Supplicant coming out.
What on earth is there in solitude?
Too slow.
I
Oh,
crushed
didn't go for
them.
Supplicant. Went for Axe
My
Wheel.
apples!
Ghostly does make this difficult. It's not quite gonna be enough to remove this Axe Wielder. Axe Wielder feels pretty good in this format, I have to say. Unless your opponent has a lot of pain, in that case. Might not be too good into puppets, but we don't see puppets coming out. Looks like we're gonna see some health gain here. Might as well. Do some damage here. Can't clear just yet, but making it so that even if you get hit here and they don't clear out your 4/4, you can just
Know your place,
hit back,
creep.
gain some more.
Witness my kung fu!
Oh, serve me! Crush their fangs! You mocking me?
Yeah, this supplicant, that is, it is doing so much. Yeah, I think that is the concede angle here. I don't think you can come back even if you had dark. Looks like we're going to see the Dragoncraft again, and Appa, unfortunately, as I said earlier, is forced to play Abyss for every match of the BO3. Bit unfortunate in this matchup, but there is a loser's bracket. If I was Appa, I would hope that somebody would knock Professor Sen down a couple.
This brings me back.
Because his deck is going to struggle into the Dragon one. The Rune one, not so much. I think this is a pretty good starting hand. 2 Ghostly Soirees, or Ghastly Soirees. Not bad. I wouldn't use the Strike of the Dragon here personally. I think that's a bit weak against a card that's going to summon another card. Especially a 1/1. Probably should get rid of something a little bit more valuable. A 2 and X card, perhaps.
Set sail for adventure! Did we get a hit?
Ocean Rider, pretty good into 1/1s.
They've gone pathetic.
Looks like we'll see the Ghastly Soiree come out. Will we see Ghosts? We'll see Ghosts and Free Skeleton, most likely. The aggro deck is pulling its strategy as you would imagine. Looks like we're going to see an all-time classic for low tier. Leia coming perhaps this turn. Good old Bellringer Angel. What he was. Good Bellringer.
To the victor goes the spoils!
Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong!
Indomitable Fighter is quite good stats in this format for what you pay. 2 Bellringers though do make it hard to punch through.
I'll always watch over
But
you.
Appa has many more cards in hand than he did this last game, and that should make the difference. We might see Cultivator Evolve face for 5. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to see. Has to get as much damage as he can in versus a game that goes pretty strong into the late with the Dragons. Looks like we won't be playing the Free Skeleton. Maybe doesn't want to get punished by some sort of board clear. However, I'm not sure. Oh, yep, we will see the Hand of Disdain. That's probably why the Skeleton wasn't played. Sorry, Nation.
Just wasn't.
It is a hand, but it is not. It is a nation. It's not just simply a hand. We're seeing a lot more aggro come out this turn. The regular Evolve going face.
Smash away
Will we
my
see
pumpkin.
Fighter follow up? We might see Ghost Fighter Ghost. I don't think that's bad.
You don't be silly.
To the victor
Yep,
goes
looks
the
like
spoils!
Ghost Fighter Ghost. Maybe not. No, we're just seeing just Ghost Fighter. Looks like another Supplicant of Disdain. That is not something that Appa will want to face.
I I'm gonna be White Frost too. They've gone fetid.
However, Professor Sen is in a bad spot. Ghost Super Evolve is lethal. I think the play there might have been Supplicant, but this 2 out of 3 is decided. Papa Bug will take the win. And that'll be our first 2 out of 3 in the winter semifinals. Tune in for the next game shortly, not long from now. And we'll have some more Shadowverse Silver action coming back to you soon. We are getting into our winners semi game 2 now. Looks like we have Dragon and Portal versus Sword and Rune. This should prove to be very interesting. We haven't seen a lot of Portal in this format, and so I think it should be. I don't know. I think it should be good. I think you can do a lot of Bane puppets. I see Pokemon fan on the Sincero. Looks like Swordcraft. Looks like they got the lucky ticket. Looks like we got a long load time here. Just have to be patient.
This brings me back. The world in the palm of my hand.
You know, I haven't seen a lot of Raging Lightning. But if enemies all have the matching defense, it will kill them all. And that is pretty good in certain situations. Looks like we're going the Pyre Worm strategy. Probably not bad.
Boy, you're slow.
Indomitable come out? Nope. Looks like they want to wait till they can get it on.
Hurry up,
Fire
slow.
here.
Boy, you're slow.
Quick Bladers, very classic sword card.
I'm here to spread the love.
Dealing some quick damage, but
Wasn't
being
fast
taken out
enough.
by Apollo. Apollo should be pretty good in this format, I believe. You see him less now on ladder, but in this format, he's still very viable. Looks like we have Fighter.
Listen up.
Always a good card to have. The Crown, though, might turn out to be quite good
Words are forged in
in
steel.
this format.
What's your price?
A 5/4,
My will
Not bad.
is over my dead
taking out
body.
the Fighter, not bad. Getting rid of Apollo, that's where you kind of want to be. Will we see Draconic or Seasoned Merman? I think Seasoned
Start with
Merman's
the
a bit
basic
better.
fish stance. Too slow. Sardines. Ha! My oath is fulfilled.
Ooh, Hound's almost on 6. That could have been very strong here. Because the Hounds would survive, but it would take out all the 2/2s.
Ready to your
Words
king!
are forged in steel.
Don't even leave the
But
dust
Sword is
behind.
good at making boards, so we will have a board here. We'll have to say pass. Now, Raging Lightning can be really strong here if played correctly. I think you have to Raging Lightning. You have to hit the 3-3 with a 2/2 and make his defense lower, then play Raging Lightning, kill the 2/2 or the 2 defenses. I think that's what I would do in this situation. But I think they could also Draconic.
Steel against steel. Witness my kung fu. Does death. My oath is fulfilled.
Well, if I don't get it back.
Not all is lost.
Fireworm Blade to end the turn, that's not bad. You can keep reusing it if they need to. But oh, looks like they won't play the Fireworm. Hounds is pretty strong here. Get a bunch of 4/3s. 5/3s, sorry, 5/3s. They're 4/2s normally. So he's opting to leave one of the 5. Now, I think Pokemon Fan needs to find a more expensive threat here. A lot of cheap cards that don't get too much done, but this aggro dragon deck is pretty low to the ground, so it too doesn't seem to be playing anything too large for the endgame. But aggro dragon skills very, very well with these cheap cards once they hit turn 7. So we might see Raging Lightning come out here for extra value. Oh, looks like they forgot that it counts their own
Well, no.
guys. Ooh. Sometimes you have to learn trial by fire. That is life. They do have 2 blades now. You know, you live and learn. These situations can be tough.
Ready to your
Oaths
king!
are forged
Looks like
in
we're
steel.
seeing a board build up, massive damage here. That's lethal. Looks like we're seeing lethal already. Could have been lethal with double Iron Crown buff
A
instead
journey
just
of
by the,
1,000 miles.
troops, but yeah, we'll see game 1 go over to Pokemon Fan. What will we see come out for the next game? Azrael does have to choose between Dragon and Portal here. It will be Rune, forced onto Rune for Pokemon Fan, so Azrael can try to change it up, and they will. So we'll see how Portal plays in this format. I have not seen anyone busted out yet, so there could be some secret tech. Maybe the plan is to go all in on artifacts so you can get cards of gold and legend rarity, despite the fact that the main deck cards all have to be silver, bronze, and basic. That could be the strat. Go for masterwork. Try to explode your opponent on turn 10. But it looks like we have some kind of aggressive tempo deck coming out from Pokemon Fan in this Silver Rune format deck. That is interesting. Golems? It might be like a Golem theme deck? Like some kind of Golem Dirt aggro deck? Elected not to use the bonus play.
I'm armed for a freaking circus.
So it seems like we have a little bit of spell boost in here, so I'm not quite sure if it's going to go in on Earthright or spell boost yet. But I saw Dazzling and assumed it might go Earthright, but it also might not. More spell boost. This could be like Golem spell boost or something. Will we see the Stormy here? Personally, I'd hold the Stormy. The 1-3 is not a big threat. Now, Occam on Azrael's side might be a pretty good follower in this format, getting able to steal a guy. That might be good. We're seeing the William. I wouldn't be surprised if William turns out to be really good in this format. I don't know if I would have done this personally. I might have just left it and just used Dazzling to just boost my hand. And if I really wanted to kill it, might go for it. But the play might have been just to make William stronger and just let the opponent just start building a board. We can either Radiant the Snowman or Radiant the William. Maybe just throw out that Night Pass. Looks like we will be buffing the William, getting a Runeblade Conductor. Will we see another buff to the spell boost? Yes, we will. So it looks like they're playing Dazzling Rune Knight for spell boost. I think this confirms that we won't be seeing Earthright coming out from Pokemon Fan this game.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Now, Pokemon Fan might want some card draw. Azrael has a pretty strong grip of cards here. That's not what you want to be facing down when you're running out of cards.
Looking for a spark of
I guess it
inspiration.
might depend if Azrael extends a lot or not.
Calculating. Tomorrow's gonna be right in the kisser. The light is dim.
But there is the Seraphic just in time for Pokemon Fan. Gonna get some cards on their grip. Spell boost a bunch, maybe draw a bit deeper. They're not under a ton of threat yet, so they don't have to really address these two followers too much, I'd say. Can go a bit deeper on the spell boost if they want, but they might just use some...
Dude, watch the thingamajigs.
I think I'd hold the Snowman army personally, just in case a big old threat comes out.
Looking for a spark of inspiration.
Just a bunch of 1-power guys on the board here. Nothing too scary. That gives Pokemon Fan a chance to just keep building out his spell boost. The Dazzling Rune Knight will probably come down and do another 2. But now, Alexis just slammed
Dude,
William
watch the thingamajigs.
and spell boosted that way. Get a threat of his own. That might be his mentality here. Saying, alright, you answer my guy, or else I'm gonna do 7 to you. Now, Occam can't steal that. It's a bit too big. Stream of Life won't deal with it either. Now, what Azrael can do here is probably Ominous and then Super Evo to clear here. Or they can Stream of Life and Super something else if they want to follow or not to die here. But they could Stream of Life. Yeah, they would have to do that. They would have to Stream of Life and then do like their Inspirational, I think. And Super the Inspirational. But it's not the best feeling Super, to be honest.
Don't move.
Artifact can always just build new artifacts. Maybe they go Doom right here, defend up, shoot face for 3. They also will have the speed on their Ominous Bee. They ran out of time. I don't think they'll be able to attack with the Ominous Bee Beta, but they did deal the 3. Unfortunately, that Ominous Beta did have Rush, but they ran out of time and were not able to attack the William. But that if they did attack the William, they would have lost 3 damage to face. But I think clearing the William is probably a bit more important. Shadowverse can be a tough game of decisions, so when you get back against the wall like that, running out of time, it hurts, but Pokemon Fan is going to try to capitalize on this by playing a huge follower and going 7 damage. If Azrael doesn't draw something like Bullet here, clearing this 14-14 is going to be very, very difficult. And I don't think... Yeah, it looks like they don't have the Bullet. They're going to have to come up with a pretty fast answer to this 14-14 or this game is over. Now, oh man, this is rough. This would be a good time to have the elephant. But looks like we haven't seen any players play the elephant. You can play the elephant in this format, I promise. I've done it. Looks like we're gonna go Alpha. Maybe have Alpha kill William by another turn. But I don't think that's enough. Yeah, staring down that 14-14, that is not where you want to be. Now the problem here is they can make this clear, take out William. But the problem is 16 is not enough. Pokemon Fan does have the super for 17. I think this is 2-0 Pokemon Fan's favor. Yeah, he's found the line and this game is over. Yeah, this is 0-2. Pokemon Fan takes it. And with that, we'll be bringing you a Game 3 very shortly. So stick around for that as we get ready to transition back to our waiting screen. we are hopping right into the.
This brings me back.
That should be labeled as
Power
losers
courses through me.
semi here. We have the loser semi now. It's going to be Azrael versus Professor Sen.
Stand proud. You heard.
Oh, something happened. There might be some kind of technical difficulty. Let's find out what happened. Hold on, let me go. Okay, well, it looks like what happened is they actually locked in one of their regular decks, and yeah, that wasn't gonna fly, but it's fine. We're going back to the regular best of 3 now. We're gonna see Dragon versus Dragon in this matchup.
Courses through me.
You're gonna see a more aggressive Dragon versus like a more mid-range build. Sen on the more mid-range build with Azrael on the more classic aggro-looking list. Now mid-range tends to be pretty good against aggro, so we'll see how it plays out here. Sometimes you just have to lock it down if you're Sen. But we do have some pressure here. They might go for Dragon Mania. They do. They will be thinking about buffing. They will buff the Dragon with the Intimidate, which I think is the better choice. I think that's a great choice. It's going to be hard for Sen to just run Mega Lorcas into it.
I need sleep.
But he does have a strike of the Dragon.
Dun, dun.
The Leia here is annoying. So they're going to have to
Sail for adventure! Did we
try to get out some more damage here. Looks like they're going to make the board a 3-3. I think that's a good decision.
I'll always watch over you.
Nation of Disdain can clear this board. That's not bad. Looks like both of these decks are going to be running Supplicant of Disdain. I think that's quite a good choice for both decks to be running. I think in this format, it is a very valuable card. It has 2 keywords plus a triggered ability at the end of the turn.
Know your place, you mocking
It's
me?
very decently priced at 5. It doesn't kill everything, but you know there are the situations where you can evolve it, take something out, and gain a bunch of health. I think it might be one of the better cards in this format.
Too slow.
But it does die to Seasoned Merman. And, you know, both decks can play Seasoned Merman.
Okay, that's too strong.
You know, it's funny that she says that's too strong. Because, you know, Dragon does need a bit of help, though. Seasoned Merman is very, very good at the cost that it is. It's very good for dealing with boards. Now, it looks like Azrael's gonna dig. Ocean Rider. Probably take out Merman. Probably get one of these Mega Lorcas out of the way.
Time for an underwater adventure! Dive!
My arts failed.
Now, Sen looks to be rocking the more mid-range strat, which means they're going to have a lot more stuff on the 6 and 7 range than perhaps Azrael does, but we do see Warrior of the Deep coming out for Azrael.
Okay,
Fortunately, Professor Sen has been doing a very good job of controlling this board, so the 6 face damage is not as threatening as you might want it to be when you have the But Overflow is now active for Azrael, which means things like Aepha and Marion are turned on. You can do like an Aepha-Marion combo. But it looks like he wants to thin all... Azrael wants to thin their deck completely by playing more Call of the Mega Lorcas. And I would personally like that line. because you don't want a ton of 2-drops in the late game, so playing them now probably feels pretty good. Looks like they're all out of calls, because they didn't draw another one when they played that call. And it got buffed up, which is nice, because it keeps that blade keep spawning. Now this Intimidate Dragon is a huge threat. This dragon is hard to deal with, but maybe we see Aepha Marion Super Evolve go face? But that doesn't really deal with the 10 damage to up to 13 damage on the crackback. I don't think necessarily get away with that too much. But we can gain some life off the Suffocate.
I'll beat you. Serve me.
We will see Aepha being played so that they can attack. Maybe next turn we'll see a buffed Aepha and maybe some more face threats. Professor Sim going Nation of Disdain. Pretty strong with the Snowstorm, Snowstorm Dragon new combo. Nation of Disdain, you know, Disdain Dragon might be a real Silver Series deck. You know, it's not with the Galmew or the usual suspects cards in the legendary status, but you don't always need that to win. Now leveraging the Super Evolve here will probably help a lot.
Let me care for you.
I'm melting.
Now, if I was Azrael, I'd buff the fighter, keeps it out of range of the 5/4, and Azrael does. I think that is the right play. That keeps onboard Dragon from supering into it. It also requires Sen to have something, but Sen does have the combo again with the Nation of Disdain. This is why the mid-range Dragon might be the stronger of the two in this situation. However, I don't think Azrael had the most aggressive start in order to punch through before this mid-range Dragon could really set up in this situation. Fighter here is, again, a threat, but there's a lot of nastiness on board and in hand for Professor Sen.
I'm melting.
I'm here to spread the
A
love.
little bit more damage down, might be able to maybe draw something that'll deal with this 5/2 Dragon next turn. Sen doesn't have Storm, so Azrael will not go down this turn. But Sen does have a lot of Evo points still, and unfortunately Azrael has been forced to keep himself alive using all the Evo points. But these blades are going to keep coming back and keep coming back. It's just up to Azrael to not get taken down just yet. Professor Sen looks like he's considering, yep, he will lose the value from spawning a Megalurka here, but it looks like he didn't want to give up too much of a board presence. Just wanted a super. Azrael has to top deck something really good here. That will take care of the 5/1, but there's no rush on board, no storm, no ward, unfortunately, which gives Professor Sen the ability to take game 1. Professor Sen won't be able to play Dragon again game 2. So we'll have to see if Azrael goes Portal again or sticks to Dragon. I assume they might stick to Dragon against the Rune, given the fact that they are on the aggro build of a Dragon, and aggro versus Rune seems like the play personally.
This brings me back.
Why limit yourself to one dimension?
Looks like one of the players to change, but also maybe they're sticking to it. I mean, personally, I think this dragon list is a bit better into the rune list. Personally, I don't know if we're gonna remake up to them. I'm gonna give this up to them because they didn't. I mean you. So I'm gonna let. Oh, Azrael might be playing this out.
Stand proud.
Okay, looks like they will be remaking it, so. Okay, so they are going to be switching to Portal. One game up on Sen here. I should update the chart. Okay, we're hopping right back into the match.
We have much to discuss.
Why limit yourself to one dimension?
Now this early Blaze Destroyer might not be so bad for Professor Sen. But I do like this starting hand for Azrael compared to the last time they played Rune. I think there is a lot of options here to keep this artifact deck steaming through this match.
Only ransom I take is blood.
Now Sen's deck tends to be kind of like a hybrid spell boost and Earthright.
Wings be at your back.
Looks like we're gonna definitely have to fuse some cards here. We'll burn some cards. We don't want to have to do that. So will they make the defensive one or the offensive one? Looks like they might lean towards the offensive one. Yep, they will. They'll leave one up to keep the defensive one.
Tough luck.
See some face action here. Doesn't look like they're going to end up trading. Yep, they're going to face. Sen is drawing a very strong grip of
Never
full
forgive.
tools. So we'll have to see if Azrael can kind of gauge where they want this game to go.
Only ransom I take is
See
blood.
some more artifact creation. Now a defensive one.
I don't want to hurt you.
Now, Sen was forced to play Remy with no Earthright, so he only gets a 4/4 for 4, which isn't the best, but it is some pressure if they want to kind of go this route. We see Occam could steal this. Occam getting some value, unlike last game. That's
Calculated.
not so great for Sen.
You're no
I think Sen's turn 5 is going to be pretty good, though.
Hurt you.
He does have the Burgeon in his grip.
Tear this world of yours coming through, my
That Virgin's going to keep giving him pressure through the entire match. Only clear 2 targets here, which means Sen will be taking 4 on his next turn.
My plans!
Now Azrael might have to combine some artifacts here before they can go ahead and start playing more cards that give them artifacts. Or they could opt for the Doom Right.
This trial
Looks
is
like they're
not
going to go
impossible.
Inspirational
This
one.
burden is mine to bear.
Rukina. What will they create with this turn? Because they're going to have to create something or they're going to burn a card. it looks like we're going for the board clearing. Oh, no, that's beta. My bad. It's been a while since I played
This might hurt.
Artifact, but they will be going beta.
Hope
Looks like they're going to try to get more aggressive here, which I think is definitely the right decision. You don't want this rune deck to be pressured for long. I think going betas is a great idea. They have the supersonic fighter. They want to try to hit multiple targets. This Virgin won't create the crest like the first one, but still good to put 8 damage on the board. This will take out the Rukina. Oh, sorry, the Remy. They'll play a spell and the Rukina. Now, Stream of Life or Supersonic Fighter does pressure the board again. If they want to play like Supersonic, or maybe they just make another beta, start beta spamming.
Stardust boosters online.
Looks like they're just gonna go for the Gamma strategy. Not bad. Just kill off the guy. Don't have to super evo here. Looks like Sen's going Blaze Destroyer, Rune Blade.
Pen and the sword.
Now what Sen doesn't know here is Azrael has 2 bullets. And that deals with this field quite nicely. They can make whatever artifact they want at that point.
This trial is not.
But look like they're going for the Bane kill on the inspirational
Follow my
one.
foot, no fear.
Then we'll see Bullet come out.
The pen and sword.
And we'll see.
Broken.
Yeah, we'll see Striker and then Electric Whiplash, perhaps? Oh, we're seeing Gamma, Electric Whiplash.
Freaking circus.
Now, here's the threatening part about all this. Masterwork might actually come out this game from Azrael, and that is not what you want to be seeing in this Silver series. Masterwork once again being a threat, unlike we've seen in a little while from, since set 1. We haven't seen, we haven't seen a lot of Masterwork lately on the ladder.
And sword. Broken.
Doomright coming out, buying some time. Alright. Now next turn's looking very, very strong for Azrael. What does Professor Sen have to stop his inevitable demise here? Clears the board. Well, William might. Oh, no, that will not save him from a fully powered Masterwork with Super Evolve. And it looks like Azrael got there this game with the Portal deck, showing us that Portal in the Silver series can make Masterwork look hot again.
Break free the Great Purge.
And that is 1-1 Professor Sen and Azrael. Letting them know that since they had to remake the lobby, that they do have to play the Dragon versus Rune matchup. Since Sen didn't win on the Rune yet, and Azrael didn't win on the dragon. I don't know if they read the chat though. Let's join this match and see what happened. Okay, yeah, okay, so that is what happened. They did already know how it should be played. Looks like we haven't missed much. There's no spell boost happened yet.
Watch where you spread that fire!
I'll turn on show spell boosts. Looks like Sen doesn't have a whole lot to spell boost currently. Will Sen go Seraphic here? No, which is rude. Maybe into
Nothing can outshine
Nope,
me.
nope, looks like they're just going to go for the 4/4 ward. Because they don't really have anything to boost. I think the hard part about playing Rune and Boost in the lower tier cards,
Set sail for
you
adventure.
don't always
Did we
get
a hit?
the mix you want of cards to do with this. Now, the aggro dragon is being aggro dragon right now. Not what you want to see if you're Sen, but they do have the new aesthetic of, what is that? Aesthetic of
Aim to
Wuxing,
understand Wuxing someday.
which can help them
Vibrate!
deal with 2 guys here and get a strong body.
Techniques are far from the real deal.
But they don't really have anything to spell boost
sleep.
beyond this,
Okay,
which
next checkpoint.
not too nice.
A little kindness goes a long way.
Too slow.
Let me care for you. Still a neophyte.
Now Sen does have the tools to deal with this Intimidate Dragon strat. The question is, how will they choose to do it? Because their Stormy Blast, he's not really
The spark
built
of
up yet.
knowledge.
But now it is. Got it. They'll just have to pass. Now we might see something like Ocean Rider buff.
Set
pass.
sail for adventure. Did we get a hit?
Yep, that's what we'll see. Sen does have a lot of burst rates to work with. Going for an aggressive super here. Now again, Remy's quite strong in the silver and below format.
May wings be at your back.
It's one of the better things you can be running in Rune. So you can see why they wanted to go into this Earth spell boost hybrid, so you can get things like Remy. Glacial Crash can be good removal if you're able to, sustain a board and be aggressive. Now, Fledgling Dragon Slayer here isn't bad. But the problem is, I don't think they can deal with both targets here. It does make it tough.
Just point me to the nearest
But they
dragon.
do have this Raging Lightning.
Witness
Oh, no,
my
they're just going
cold
super. Okay,
Too
that
late
does
to
deal
turn
with the
back
board.
now. Watch where you spread that fire!
I did forget they had the blade. Another Remy.
Nothing can outshine me.
Now, will they use the other super? They will
Let's end this.
elect to use the other super. Now, Sen's out of supers now.
Disappear. Nope, 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 nope,
But
nope.
this board is very commanding from Sen.
I need sleep.
But this Raging Lightning could be useful here. Now, when Raging Lightning is at this... Well, the problem with the Raging Lightning here is he'd end up hitting himself for 3 in the face. And they'd have to play Fledgling, Evolve Fledgling. It is a tough spot to be in.
Just point me to the nearest dragon.
One strike fatality.
It matches the defenses. That's a perfect play. Yep, the Raging Lightning did come in handy, as expected. Now, Sen does have a Blaze Destroyer that has no spell.
I aim to understand Wuxing someday.
But we have Acolyte of Wuxing coming out. Radiant Rainbow has to probably do this Rune Blade, which she does. Blaze Destroyer is still a body, even not boosted, but Rune Blade not boosted is not very good.
Techniques are far from the real
This Rune Blade. Which he'll do with the Shikigamis now. So this Shikigamis feels a lot better than the previous Shikigamis. This is a bit of a nail biter because
Know your place, creep.
Azrael they're both 1-1 now, and this is losers. So
Still
Azrael's fighting for their life, and so is Professor Sen. Whoever wins this game will be knocked out of the tournament.
Okay, that's too strong.
Now the Supplicant of Disdain did get taken out by removal, but Azrael does have another one.
Tear this world of yours down.
Now there won't be any Virgin. Yeah, there
Know
won't
your
be any
place,
Virgin
creep.
evolve this turn for the
Serve
crest,
me.
but
I'll get you next time.
it doesn't matter a whole lot in this situation, it seems. Cause yeah, Professor Sen's Griff of Control in his hand is just brutal.
Okay, that's too strong.
You know, maybe in this format, maybe the blade is not as good as I initially thought it might be.
I don't want to hurt you.
But Season Merman coming out for
Start
as
with
it's
the
nice.
basic fish stance.
No, you have to use the blade first. You don't want to evolve that yet, or you'll end up banishing a guy. Yep. That's the right play. Yep, then they go for the super. Both players
Ultimate
now out of
power.
supers.
I'll hurt you. Yeah.
Both out of Evo points in general.
Yeah.
Now Sen has to find an answer here. He can't play that William
By
on
the
zero.
pen
It won't do much
and the
for him.
sword.
Now Azrael can draw something strong. Doesn't quite draw something I would say is super
To
strong.
the victor goes the spoils.
Does have they're not dead on board. They're still not dead to Sen's hand. Sen has to attack into these followers. But I think Azrael has actually won. The Williams on zero can't clear, no evolves. I think no matter how Sen attacks into this board, I think he dies on the crackback, no matter what Azrael draws. Because Sen can only play two dead
This
Williams.
is bad. I give.
Yeah, Sen surrenders. He realizes the predicament he's in, and a game he had control of was completely lost. An incredible turnaround from Azrael in that matchup. Yeah, Azrael will take it, and we'll get back to you in the winners very shortly. Now we will be getting into our next match here. Pokemon Fan is playing against oh, whoops. We got a name mistake here. I gotta fix that real quick. So Uppabug is stuck on his deck. He only has the Abyss deck due to an issue earlier. So he is kind of stuck, only locked into this deck. While Pokemon Fan will be free to choose either deck as he chooses to win this best of 3. But Appa will only be playing this Abyss deck. He did prove the Abyss deck to be pretty good in this format earlier. Getting defeated by Mid-Range Dragon in one game, but then beating the Mid-Range Dragon in the following game. So this Abyss deck is well crafted, even if it is the only one he has. If this deck happens to run in a bad matchup, even worse than that Mid-Range Dragon, he might be in a tough spot since he is unable to change decks. But we see him on the aggressive already, taking out the Golem and going in. Also, it seems the center needs to be updated. We are now in the winners final. Pokemon Fan's hand is pretty well set up to do plenty of spell boosting, with plenty of threats that he can play, plenty of board control. But Opposite is very aggressive. Opposite's hand does not look like it's going to run out of gas anytime soon with the Ghastly Soirees, the Dark Seal Demon. The Reaper's Death Slash is also very, very nice. Pokemon Fan cannot play William yet. We'll do a show spell boost. We have the William on 5, which is quite nice. But he does have to deal with this board sooner than later because he's just facing down an army.
By the pen and the sword. Fine!
But this is a good way to clear out most of these enemy followers from Pokemon Fan.
Knowledge is power.
They've gone fetid.
Demons aren't to be trusted. If I must,
Dark
you're
Seal
in my
is a
way.
great answer to but now we see Pokemon Fan getting into that range that he might want to be in. What will he boost in this situation? Looks like Green Blade gets boosted. And then we're going to see Green Blade get boosted again. See Miss
Special
Miranda.
assignment today.
You're done.
Now that zombie is going to stay on the board.
So,
Has a comeback
This
off the
was
death trigger.
expected.
There's 2 more damage on board. Appa might be able to force out some big damage here. Yep, evolving the zombie. Dark Side.
devilishly potent.
Ghost.
Don't be scared.
Ghastly. Ghost. Nope, Skeleton. Ghost.
Don't be scared.
This is not looking great for Pokemon Fan. He is back against the wall. Alpha can spawn another ghost and give it Storm. Well, they always have Storm, but
None shall escape the lash of my
this is
blade!
not looking particularly great. We do see the Blaze Destroyer and the Super Evolve William, but it might be just too late because here's Ghastly Soiree into Ghost into Super Evolve for game 1. We just hope he doesn't misclick,
Don't be scared.
and he doesn't, and that is game 1 going over to Alpha Bug. Now we'll see if Pokemon Fan changes from rune to sword. It looks like they will make the switch to sword. Sword might be the better aggressor and trader in this situation. We will be running right back into our next match.
The world in the palm of my hand.
And we're gonna see an aggressive start
Devour you.
from Pokemon Fan. Their sword deck is quite aggressive. They've built what looks like an old
Hurry up! Boy, you're
version
slow.
of the how would I say, the ambush squirrel?
Snatch away
Ambush deck?
my pumpkin.
A lot of low to the ground followers here. This Saria, very strong,
Where'd you go?
They've gone flooded.
able to just shoot all these guys.
Boy,
Two
you're slow.
flash steps,
Boy, you're
one
slow.
flash step going face. Now, if I'm Pokemon Fan, I'm happy about these Sarias in this matchup.
Don't be scared. I lost sight of her.
Me? Are you sure?
However, I'm not happy to see the 2-2 war. That's not what I would want to see in this matchup. But layer of usurpation. That could give Pokemon Fan a little bit of options.
Princess?
Saria
Where'd
takes
you
a
go?
shot. Layer. Gonna go for Necklace and Blade. Can't play the Blade because it does cost one. Can't
Boy,
play
you're
Necklace,
slow.
But can attack, trade.
Jeez.
Don't be
See the Ghost come out. Ghost used to trade. Looks like Aqua might be trying to run some kind of control here. You see Ancestral Crown, that might be the play. Might have to take some damage by playing Crown and passing. But that Crown might be huge depending on what Pokemon Fan is able to draw into next turn. Now, I think what we're going to see a lot from this Abyss deck is just Evolve, Go Face, Dark Side, Rotting Zombie. Yeah, this is looking tough for Pokemon Fan to deal with. He can make a pretty large and dominable fighter, but looks like he's going to play the Blade.
Apples!
Shinobi Squirrel. Shinobi Squirrel gets buffed. Maybe we'll see a second Shinobi Squirrel. Will we see Shinobi Squirrel evolve
What's your
on another
price?
Shinobi Squirrel? That's good play. Passes, elects to pass, but this is a lot of damage on board. It looks like they might be playing a race game. And I'm thinking personally, it's probably an easier race for Aqua to win. Now, they can turn one of the squirrels into a defender for themselves, or they could turn it into a fighter into a defender for themselves. They won't be able to spawn another squirrel if they evolve one of the squirrels. It will get banished. Now, what Pokemon Fan unfortunately doesn't know is Bug does have the Reaper's Death Slash in hand
Most who take the high
to deal
grade
with this
fool.
fighter, and he might unfortunately be
Wealth is mine.
in a bit of a game over situation, but we're seeing a bunch come out face. That fighter is looking good into this board, but just as I predicted, Reaper's Death Slash coming out.
Just wasn't.
Mummy, lethal on board, going for the Super Evolve anyways, going face, and that will be Bug winning Winner's Final, sending Pokemon Fan back to Loser's Final.
Well brokered.
We'll have to see who moves on in Loser's Final. As Bug is taking this series 2-0. And we'll see you in the... We'll see you in the next one as we get those matches figured out and started for you soon. We are now in the losers final. We will be seeing Azrael do the run back rematch against Pokemon Fan.
We have much to discuss.
See if they can make up for that lightning mistake on that previous game they had ended up losing to Pokemon Fan on. You know, it's always nice to have the rematch, so we'll see how the rematch goes. Sometimes you just want to prove that your deck can pull it off. They are opting to play the Portal deck first against the Sword deck. The Sword deck has looked good. Unfortunately, last game it did not quite get there. Reaper's Death Slash making it very tough for them to take that last game. But we're seeing an early Squirrel. Will we see them select any loot yet? Nope, they don't need it yet. The nice thing is you can just make a game. Apollo looking pretty good here. Rampant Ancestral Crown off the play point, bonus play point. That's a great play. It makes anything that's a 2-1 feel a lot better in this matchup.
May wings be at your back.
Listen up!
Right in the kisser. Right in the kisser. Princess? Where'd you go?
Dude, watch the thingamajigs!
Most who take the high road wind up dead. Brave fool.
Ouch!
Now the one thing I'm seeing here in this matchup that doesn't look so great is Pokemon Fan does not have a lot of cards to work with, and this portal deck can make a lot of artifacts to kind of fix whatever situation
Only
they
ransom
need,
I take is blood.
which is gonna look pretty good for them into this matchup.
Trajectory. Calculating. Bottomless ammo.
Better run.
Tough luck.
I lost sight of her.
We're seeing the Fortifier artifact come out as a creation, but not actually played. Pass 3 play points up. Not elected to go into playing any artifacts or medical grade.
Never
It's
forgive.
probably
I'll squeeze you
worth
dry.
targeting right now with it. See Gilded come out onto the Supplicant, I think that's the Supplicant. Yeah, it is, and yeah, we're seeing a 2-5 Supplicant. It's probably not too difficult for Azrael's deck to deal with. They do have this Rukina that can evolve out a 5-1 Rush if they decide to, or they could just naturally play Striker. It's really up to them. They can bullet. I wouldn't bullet personally. I think saving bullet for a larger threat.
This burden is mine to bear.
This might hurt.
Hope is the greatest, but follow
The
my
Striker
lead.
artifact could be left on the board. I don't know how
Follow
much
my
value
lead.
it is.
It's
Leaving
mine.
a 1 defense 5-1 on the field. But it might be better than it looks, depending on what Pokemon Fan is able to do with here. He is on turn 6 though, he does have a blade in hand. He can play the Hound of go into lucrative deal if he so decides to. Will throw out a blade.
What's your price?
Ooh, he doesn't want to lose one of these dogs, so he's gonna slam the dogs right into
I
the
have no regrets.
pass, have 3 bodies on board, and they're gonna ask,
My
Ezra,
blade is my
what do
soul.
you have to deal with all this?
I don't miss.
They do have a striker. I think they are gonna
My
evolve,
blade
create
is not a
another
setback.
striker. This is a
Activating
very
blade.
strong board. This Engine Blade Maven looking very, very nice in this format. They are only on 1 Super Evolve point, and Pokemon Fan does have 2 regular and a Super Evolve point. They can manage something interesting here. Now, something that could happen, but I'm not sure if it actually will, is there is a world where lucrative deal in Pokemon Fan's hand could make Azrael burn a card, but this didn't really end up being one of those situations. We will see the Night Rising come out. We will see lucrative deal happen. Those
Hurry up!
might junk up
Wealth is mine.
Azrael's hand a little bit.
I'll leave
Pokemon
you
Fan
in the
probably
void, you're
knows
slow.
he needs to deal with this portal player before they can make Masterwork happen. They're probably only 2 turns away from making this Masterwork happen. And if they do, Pokemon Fan is in a lot of danger. The
Stardust
Supersonic
boosters online.
Fighter coming out very good.
Wasn't
Playing a
fast enough.
very good game of control for Pokemon Fan here. He can Indomitable Fighter, Band of Battle Princesses, clear board, get a 5-5, pass. And that might be okay for him. But Azrael's
Never
hand is
fear.
looking
Victor goes the
solid. This portal deck able to kind of control as it needs to do. This Engine Blade Maven huge if he goes that route. Azrael has a lot of options. Bullets here is pretty good.
Just wasn't.
This bullet gives them the opportunity to get closer and closer to making that Masterwork on the next turn. But
mind of
I
man.
think they'll have
The
to
power
wait
of a beast. There's always
in
more.
order to make The Centaur Centurion coming out doing massive damage. Pokemon fan probably hoping he can get another one of those, or anything that can deal 6 damage with Storm. This game could flip around to Pokemon fans' favor if they find something with Storm. Now this inspirational one might come out, which would kind of dampen the Storm strategy, maybe, but Pokemon fan does have Ignominious Samurai in his hand. If inspirational one clears this Centaur Centurion with the ward and he draws another Centaur Centurion,
Trajectory.
Pokemon fan will win this game. It is a little hard the cards, top deck, moment here. I think for Pokemon fan, in order to get back control of this match. If he gets a 6 damage Storm like a Centaur Centurion, which deals 7, and is able to play the Ignominious Samurai, he will be able to take this match. What will he draw? Ignominious. Now Ignominious does not end this game in his favor, unfortunately. And he needs to clear this entire board, which he is able to do to keep himself out of Masterwork lethal range, but if Azrael makes the Masterwork here, I don't think there's a way that Pokemon fan can come back, because Masterwork will heal Azrael 4 or 5, clear his board, and then deal 10 damage to his face. I think the only thing Pokemon fan can hope is another Ignominious Samurai to clear out this guy, but he drew the worst possible card you could have as the last card in your hand is the Special Crown. And I think that's Azrael right here taking game number 1 out of our best of 3 match in here, the losers final. So Azrael will be forced to play Dragoncraft. Pokemon fan able to consider his options here. Is it Sword? Is it Rune? Which are they more comfortable on, I wonder? Let's find out. Looks like Pokemon fan has opted to go back into the the Sword. Probably feeling comfortable into the Sword into this Aggro Dragon list in the losers final. See Flash Step come out.
Oh, you're
1
slow.
damage. Sword. All the Mega Lurkers very good with this bonus play point until
Wasn't
Flash
fast
Step.
enough.
I see Layer, Flash Step, Trade or Go Face. Looks like they're going for Goblet
you're
Boots.
slow.
I see.
Will Go Face. Probably gonna see Little Dragon come out instead of Indomitable.
Watch where you spout that fire!
Pokemon fan has some options this turn. Can go into a lot of different routes. Could go Devotee Gilded to heal up. Doesn't have a way of dealing with this board right now. Doesn't have a Gilded Blade to
Don't even leave the dust
stab out this
behind!
Intimidate Dragon, which is not where you want to be usually, because that Intimidate
you're
Dragon
slow.
can become a nightmare for Swordcraft to deal with under the right conditions.
Set sail
The
for
Ocean Rider
adventure!
coming
Did
out.
we get a hit?
We might
busy!
see a trade. Yep.
Well, if I don't get it back...
Trade.
I
Wasn't
fast enough.
15 to 16. It's too early to call anyone's game. There's a lot of game left to be had, I feel. Now, Pokemon fan, if he wants to clear this, he's gonna have to wait. It's probably turn 6 to get rid of all of this. Does have boots, can start pecking away at Azrael's board here.
Ready to your
Boots
king!
are forged in steel.
Stop right there.
Okay,
Get rid of
next
the guy that
checkpoint.
gives the Megalorpus ward, because that's not particularly what Pokemon fan wants to see in this matchup. Azrael might be sticking the fighter this turn. It will be a particularly large fighter if Azrael goes that route. But this is more of a control the board route, draw some cards, never can go wrong. I think evolving, yes, definitely evolving this Fiery Draculaw is a great idea. Because that's even more difficult for Pokemon Fan to deal with now. Has to draw single target removal in order to deal with it. Opting to go Fighter Goblet, healing up a little bit while
What's your
making the
price?
7 that's about to become a
This
7-5.
blade shall take this!
Now Azrael's hand is looking good. They have to wait until they get Overflow to really pressure out this board, but they've kind of become this aggro deck that's kind of just drawn into being more of a mid-range deck in this format. But they still have a lot of that aggression going on for them. 5 damage in the face, 5 damage to trade into the fighter. It leaves Pokemon Fan in a very rough spot. Very hard to deal with this. He needs to draw the single target removal spell. Does find Quake Goliath, which could protect them a little bit from this face damage. But this Intimidate is a lot to deal with. I don't know how Pokemon Fan can get out of this tough situation.
Well,
Might not be able to, might just have to try to flood the boards somehow. But Azrael has the Dragon, has the Aepha lethal. Azrael will be taking losers final 2-0. And that will decide the match. Bit of a rough hand for Pokemon Fan there. May have to go to the drawing board and figure out how to figure out this silver meta. See what it might lay in store in the future tournament. We are going to grand finals. Please check back in with us very shortly. And we will get you some more exciting Shadowverse Worlds Beyond Silver Series tournament matches. Next will be best of 5. So we are hopping right into grand finals now. Bug versus Azrael. It's this is best of 5 in the grands. Whoever takes this takes the tournament. So it is gonna be dependent upon that. Everything matters here in this matchup.
Then we can be together.
Bug is the player that has only one deck. He will have to win on Abyss 3 times in a row, and Azrael is freely able to play their 2 decks however they feel most comfortable. Looks like they're opted into Portal first. Probably gauge how they feel against this deck on Portal.
Just for you.
This deck can tech into a lot of defensive options with the defensive artifact.
This trial is not impossible.
Coming up.
The trials never forgive.
A lot of clearing here coming for Alpha.
This kitten's the perfect
Rush is
shot.
great here.
Fine.
Do trade. Remove 3 damage from the board. Keep your HP lead as best as
To the
possible.
victor goes the spoils.
Fighter coming out. Fighter being one of the all-stars of this series so far. As I expected.
This burden is mine to
This
bear.
Rukina is very strong, creating a 5-1 and
Calculate.
a clear the 1-1 off the board.
Hope is the greatest weapon. Follow my
Very
lead.
nice to clear with that.
Another lonesome night.
Just wasn't enough. Demons aren't to be trusted.
This Dark Seal Demon, pretty good. Draws some cards and options.
I'll
no
become a
Here's the
demon
board, creates a
myself.
6-6 that they have to deal with now. Looks like we're gonna do some fusion. Let's see what we see. Just bullet, yep, bullet off the rip, take out Dark Seal.
This was expected.
See if they're gonna craft up one of the gold tier artifacts. Looks like they're going Gamma into Fortifier, Artifact Recharge. Now this is a bit tough. The Gamma can clear this at end of turn, but 2 zombies will stick to the board. Looks like the Ashim coming out, gonna steal one of the
This might
respawning
hurt.
zombies. I think that's a good play to make here.
You're no longer of use to me.
They can take out
You
the
will
zombie
do as I
soldiers.
say.
I am fine.
This puts Alpha in a weird predicament. Now, Akim is a pretty interesting card. Situations like this where you can banish something so the opponent won't even get their last words trigger, and then you get the guy with last words. Looks like Alpha is probably going for the just go face base race strategy. Sharetta coming out,
Are you sure?
Indomitable Fighter coming out. This is a large board for Azrael to deal with. Gamma doesn't just clear this for free, but I think they do have good options in this format in Portal. Engine Blade could be pretty solid here.
My blade is my soul.
They can get 2 strikers and clear a 3rd thing
I
by
don't
Super
miss.
Evolving.
My blade is not a step. Activating blade. Activating blade.
Oh, jeez.
Just wasn't
Yeah, that was an incredible clear job by
Looking for a spark of
Azrael.
inspiration.
Really strong position now against this aggro Abyss list. I would really not want to be Alpha Bug facing down Engine Blade Maven and his own zombie in this situation. He's going to have to come up with some very powerful damage in order to close out this game before Azrael can just dominate. I think this is like a I feel like this is a mid-range artifact kind of build, and it's been working very well ever since they've been on this great losers bracket climb all the way here to Grands. We're seeing Azrael. They're not in trouble per se just yet, but this bat can gain off a bit of staying power if he wants it, and it looks like he does. Orbit coming out, Wing Servants coming out, trying to just fill the board. Gonna steal 6 life for the Engine Blade Maven. Not a bad idea.
Dude, watch the
Try to
thingamajig.
stand a bit longer, fill up the board with Cultivator. And I think he was just showing off just how much he could play, but has ultimately decided he's out of gas and has to surrender. Save us some time. Now, they will be playing until one player has won 3 games. Appa only was able to bring 1 deck, so he's kind of, you know, decided that he's just kind of has to play this Abyss deck, but Azrael can change decks as wanted, as they want, between their 2 decks that they brought to this tournament, and unfortunately for Appa, it's looking like this Portal list might have been the answer to this Abyss deck that we've been seeing dominating the bracket. Unfortunately, Appa didn't bring a second deck, so there's really no way he has of pivoting to maybe a deck that can counter this room, not room, but Portal list. So I'm just gonna have to pray that Aggro Abyss is the king of Silver Series. We're seeing a lot of answers already to Appa's board presence. 3 1/1s coming out on the board. It's not too late for those 1/1s to do work, but Apollo coming out doing massive damage to Appa's board state. Indomitable Fighter coming out. Indomitable Fighter not so easy for Apollo to deal with. But this turns a Rukina turn for Azrael, and this is looking very bad for Appa already at the start of our game 2. Rukina gonna create that striker, remove fighter, Apollo going face. Abyss already behind on the base race, but Darksteel Demon able to get him 2 cards. He needs these cards, able to clear the opponent's board. Gets the 2 cards, gets some gas, get back in the game.
No regrets.
Put Azrael on the point where they have to answer the Darksteel now. Maybe they make some artifacts. Another Rukina. Absolutely back-breaking for poor Appa here. Rukina having the perfect stats on the Striker artifact to constantly just jam out Strikers to take out Appa's larger threats.
Hope is the greatest weapon we can pass on.
However, Appa does have a grip of options here. It's not without saying that Appa is in a doom state. I think right here, Indomitable Fighter, play Bat, sacrifice BAF to Reapers, take out Rukina is a good option without having to, use up Evo points, but opts to get some Evo points anyways. Looks like Appa wants to gain a lot of health off of Dark Side here, possibly just Reaper's Death Slash the 1/1 bat. Maybe Dark Side the Rukina.
I have no regrets.
Nope, they ended up doing Reaper's Death Slash, regular fighter on 2 stats. Gain some life. Now, Azrael can supersonic on the bonus play point here, not be real strong. But this play's alright. I think if that was a gamma instead of a beta, it would be a bit of a better play here. But Appa now able to do some big damage this turn and gain some big life. If they do this right, and I think they know how to do this right. Yep, use Super Evolve, it won't die for the own Reaper's Death Slash. No Dark Side coming out just yet. But a very commanding board presence that a Gamma can't deal with in this situation. And this could spell doom for Azrael if they don't do this just right, because Gamma doesn't board clear anything above 3 defense, and the Supersonic spawns a Gamma, but does, like, would have to be supered to clear one thing, and then the Gamma can't clear the 2 remaining.
Stardust boosters online.
I don't know, Aquabug might actually be able to take this game with a good top deck.
Calibration's complete. Firing. Oh, jeez.
Just wasn't.
Now if Appa evolves this fighter, it's over. Yeah. Aquabug will take game 2. And now we are 1-1 in Grands, which needed to be updated, turns out. Now will we see these players just run it back with the same decks on both sides? It looks like we will. It might be just Portal versus Abyss until one of them wins.
We have much to discuss.
This Rukina has been the bane of Aquabug's existence, but the start here for Appa does look good as well. 1-1 into Barrel is pretty good. Originally, Barrel wasn't looking like one of the best cards in this, but
It will be over soon.
kind of turned out to be better than we initially gave it any credit for. In this situation, could use it to trade. If Appa had a Reaper's the Death Slash, it would look really nice.
One
but
nightmare
doesn't.
coming up.
Looks like opting to just go face, play some cheap followers. We do know they have enhanced Puppet to just remove Barrel.
Scalpel.
Make a decision.
Now Appa has a lot of options. His deck is very low to the ground, has many different routes it can take with how it wants to deal with the board and go face.
Don't be scared.
The screaming has stopped.
The Rotting Zombie, quite good, hard to get off the board. Can evolve, take it out, attack it again.
Bottomless ammo. Bottomless rage. Tough luck.
But might actually elect to go against the skeleton. Stream of Life the zombie.
Don't move.
Artifact recharge. Maybe go defensive. Looks to go offensive instead with the striker. Looking to build a defensive one just in case. Fortifier comes out. Rated. Now, even though Azrael has gone second this game, they can extra play point into this Engine Blade Maven and have another Engine Blade Maven the next turn.
Don't be scared.
I think the ability to control this might be looking up for Azrael, but Appa is able to put immense pressure on the board. Looks like he might have forgotten that the mummy had Storm. Or ran out of time. I don't think he ran out of time, I just think
This
he
might
forgot.
hurt.
He had Storm, or I didn't notice something,
Is the
and then
greatest
actually
weapon. Follow my
had the
lead.
shadows for it. I don't know. I'd have to look back later, but it looks like, once again, Rukina is taking control of this board. Appa has plenty of options still, not out of the match yet, even with the low-to-the-ground aggro deck. The low-to-the-ground aggro deck does have many options.
no regrets.
Still. Getting the Rotting Zombie back on the board, rather sticky follower. wondering if
My
Supersonic
blade
is the
is my
play.
sword.
Opts to say that Supersonic isn't the play here. We'll
don't miss.
evolve the engine, probably to use
My
these two
blade
strikers
is not a
into
step
the
back.
or at least one of them, because they can use the super
Activating
evolved
blade.
damage. So let's keep one of the strikers. Thinking about what to turn this fortifier in. It looks like it's going to become a beta. Staring down a lot of options from Appa. Appa hasn't quite revealed his hand to his opponent just yet.
Don't be scared.
Kind of light on offensive storm options at the moment. Trying to build
Are you
up a
sure?
little bit of a defense against this dangerous
devour you.
Blade Maven. But the longer this game goes on,
Stardust
the
boosters
more
unlocked.
chance that
Trajectory. Calculating.
Azrael
Calibrations firing.
Masterwork. Azrael gets Masterwork.
Activating blade.
Alpha's already not looking in the best position. 2 fighters in hand and a ghost. Winged Servant.
To the victor goes
Fighter
the
here
spoils.
is kind of big enough to deal with the Engine Blade Maven,
This
but
to me.
that is a huge board on the side of Azrael. Now, Alpha might be able to salvage something, but it's not looking too likely.
Take this.
Takes out the Gamma Ghostface with all his options, and unfortunately dead on the
Firing.
crackback.
Activating blade.
Azrael going 2-1. Azrael needs to take one more game in the Grands in order to take it all. It's looking like this portal deck might be the ticket to success for Azrael. Appa has just the one. Hold on. It's best of 5. One of our players almost left too early. It is best of 5. Now, Azrael's making this portal list look very good.
We have much to discuss.
It's 2-1.
Looking for a spark of inspiration.
Early barrel always feels good,
Just for you.
but the early barrel into Stream of Life is not so good. It took a bunch of free damage, unfortunately. But Abyss is able to usually bring it back with some bats for the drain.
Right in the kisser.
Just wasn't.
Now Azrael has a very commanding control package at the start of this game.
I'm here to spread the love.
And that control package is probably going to end up winning. But Appa has a couple options still. He can use this back, go face, gain 3, stabilize a little bit, take out Apollo, keeps Apollo from just evolving and clearing too efficiently.
You think you're meddling
Occam
is
comes
funny?
out, gonna steal the bat, brutal
You're
play,
no longer of use to me. You will do as
clear
I
the 1-1,
say.
go face for 1, heal up. Appa needs to remove this before Azrael can get major value out of the bat, since he is on this aggressive build. Will take out Occam with ease, trade him, or not trade, but strike with the bat, leaving just the same 1-1 that's been getting a lot of damage in despite being a 1-1. Good control tools keep coming out for Azrael, another removal.
Expected.
Taking Striker. Dropping down the inspirational one. So they can
This might
evolve
hurt.
for damage.
Tomorrow's gonna brighten the kisser.
Appa is staring down a tough task. A lot of control options for Azrael, but they have a bunch of options themselves. Will Appa elect to gain some life here, or just pressure the board with some zombies? It looks like it's going for the zombie pressure route. Reaper's Death Slash coming out, clearing the board with the extra save point. Asking Azrael to deal with this board, probably has to... Oh, drew very
My blade
well
is
into
my
this
sword.
Engine Blade Maven. Very strong draw for Azrael. Can evolve this, get strikers to deal with this board. Getting a beta.
I don't miss.
The bug is in a very tough
My
spot.
blade is not a step
About to
back.
start staring down a beta
Activating
next
blade.
turn. Could be Doomright beta.
I am fine.
But Appa has plenty of options still to maybe get this game back under control. Wing Servants could give them some life, Darkseid could give them some damage, Reaper's Death Slash doing its usual job. There's still plenty of choices here for Appa. He has the Dark Seal. He'll be supering the Rotting Zombie, using Reapers to take out the Engine Blade Mage.
Maybe I'm behind the times.
Ghastly Soiree. Malice coming out of Ghost, 6 damage to Azrael. Azrael does have to be careful that they find a way to comfortably clear this board.
Looking for a spark of inspiration.
Maybe just Doomright to fortify and deal face damage. Looking like that's the same thing that they're thinking.
Follow me.
Try to stave off some damage, try to stave off Appa.
Trajectory. Calculated.
Appa's board isn't looking that bad yet. Still has the zombie, he's at 2. Has to come up with a solution here. Unfortunately, a lot of his followers die to Darkseid without an evolve. You can gain a little health off of these bats, but I'm not sure if that'll be enough.
Snatch away my pumpkins.
Get a ghost
They've gone
here.
flooded. Devilishly potent.
Darkseid. Ghost can deal with her.
Dude, watch the thingamajigs.
But Azrael has the option of playing...
Are you sure?
Oh, no, can't play Ominous and Doomright on the same turn right now. Can create another beta, 2 betas. Oh, 2 betas, and then Doomright for double beta will end the game. And that will be Azrael taking the very first pilot tournament of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond Silver Series number 0, going to Azrael on the long losers bracket into Grand's best of 5 series and takes it. I've enjoyed seeing how things went for the Silver Series. Very intrigued at what was crafted in order to take the Grands. They definitely found something that they wanted to run and made it work, and they won the tournament with it. It was looking a bit rocky at first, but Azrael turned everything around in their favor with their decks, and they got their engines going. and they took it. We even got to see some masterwork after we haven't seen them on Ladder for a while, so that was interesting. And yeah, that's about all I have, and hope everyone enjoyed, and hope that the players did as well. And we'll see you next for the #1 Silver Series when we do get back around to hosting one of those. So I'd like to say thanks for joining, and I hope to see everybody come back in the future, because that was pretty fun. And yeah, that's all I have, so everybody have a great day.